Hello and welcome to the AI Agents Hackathon. I'm super happy to welcome you today from our Warsaw office, and in the zero floor, we have people that are already waiting for the start of the hackathon. They have a lot of fun there, so if you are in Warsaw, you can still join us today in our office. For more information, ask us on Discord, please. And today we are kicking off the AI Agents Hackathon. My name is Alessia. I'm an event manager at LabLab.ai, and I'm happy to welcome you to this hackathon. And during the stream, I will take you through our platform, Discord. We will talk about the technology we'll be using during the hackathon, and a bit more information about the on-site participation will be today. Let's move on to the schedule. So the schedule for today for this hackathon that will be for 48 hours is the next. So now we are starting. We are starting here in a stream online, and we are starting in Warsaw on-site. Yeah, let me just double check. Okay, so during the stream, I will guide you through the platform as I just mentioned, and tomorrow at 10 in Warsaw time, 11. It's okay. I guess it's just a mistake in an hour, but it's like 10 Warsaw time, 10 CET. We will have open doors in Warsaw. So if you just decided to participate on site, you can join us at 10 already in our office. And the same with Sunday, we are open the doors at 10 there. And if you want to join us online, you can start working already after the stream. And basically on Monday at 12, we will have the final submission deadline. Yeah, when it comes to the guests for today's stream, I would love to just skip this slide for now. Let's wait for Fabian a bit. Oh, sorry, not Fabian, Simon. But before we're moving on, let me just ask, could you please turn on to me the screen so I will see the presentation as well? And thanks so much. And show me the stream. So I want to see the chat, so I will be checking all of your comments in the chat. Twitch, please. Thanks a lot. And if you have any questions during the stream, we will be seeing the chat and we can answer for you for any questions right during the stream. And let's move on to the lab slide, please. Max. Yeah. So when it comes to LabLab.ai as an organization here, we are aimed to unite people with the same passion, and it's passion in AI. And we are uniting and educating people that wants to build their AI products. So we are a community of AI innovators that are aimed to build AI solutions. And we are, as LabLab.ai, the part of New Native Group, which is also the leader in the field of AI innovations. More about this, we will hear about Simon, and he will be joining us really shortly. But for now, let me move on to the technology part and tell you about the challenge of this hackathon. Oh, before that, let me just remind once again that we are having the offline spots in Warsaw. So if you want to join us on site, you can come to our office here. And here you see the address of our office right now on the slide. So feel free to join us there as well, and we'll be happy to welcome you during this time. Okay, let's move on to the technology part. And since we are partly in Warsaw, Matthias, since you hear me now on the stream, could you please join us and guide us more into AI agents? And once you will be joining, I want to guide you through the challenge for this hackathon. So basically, during this hackathon, we will be building with AI agents. And this is the technologies that are also on our tech page, so you may check all of them there. And to give me just use some ideas of the technologies, we will be using 4 of them as the major for this hackathon, and we'll have way more for you to test out during the hackathon as well. So 4 of them that we are offering is the AutoGPT, is Baby AGI, Camel, and Generative Agents. And the more detailed list you can check out on our event page, since we are using also OpenAI models, which is Whisper, ChatGPT, DALL-E E2, and Codex. We are having Cohere generative models, and they are amazing multilingual semantic search. And we are having more AI models, which is AI21 Labs, which we highly recommend for newbies, for people that just trying AI. We recommend Stable Diffusion and YOLO, so go ahead and try these technologies to build your AI solution. Matthias, please let us know if you are with us, and we will be happy to invite you to the stream. And before we will move on, I should tell that all the technology and all the tutorials you may find on our tech page. And for now, let me please take a break for 15 seconds to set up technical questions just to resolve some issues, and we'll be right back in 10 seconds. Thank you for your patience. Super happy to come back here. Guys, as I just were talking about technology, I want to invite Matthias Asberg to the stream. He is the co-founder of New Native and Lambda.ai, and I want him to explain us more about the AI agents itself and what's the unique in this technology, and why did we decided to have a separate hackathon about it. And then we'll maybe talk about each technology specifically. Matthias, go ahead. That stage is yours now.
Thank you. An autonomous agents is a really interesting, approach to AI that we have been seeing kind of getting traction lately. One good example of this is Auto GPT, for example, that you can download from GitHub and try out. But basically what it allows is that it allows reasoning. So in the backend, we're putting one of the usual LLMs. So it could be GPT-4 or any other foundation model. This model are then able to kind of reasoning about what is the necessary actions to achieve a certain task. And then you also give it access to a set of tools. So during this reasoning, it will be able to kind of determine what tool it wants to use and make use of it. So if you, for example, try out Auto GPT, you can download that one, and you can ask it, for example, to find you hotel rooms in some city or similar. And actually what it will do is that it will end up doing a lot of research, and will even write its own code that it will run to achieve specific tasks. So we see a lot of potential in an autonomous agents and what actually can be achieved with them. LangChain have a really good support for this, so we really recommend that. That's a great starting point. it's not like super easy maybe to wrap your head around this at first, but keep at it and you will figure it out. And I think there are quite some good tutorials out there how you build your first agents on LangChain. So yeah, this is at New Native and LabLab. We believe strongly that this approach is going towards or that this approach are gonna somewhere kind of drive us to the next how to say level in automation or AI. So yeah, super excited to see what people build. Personally believe there is tons of opportunities when it comes to say databases, being able to pull data from various sources and then actually make some meaningful insight out of it, and tons more. I would love to see somebody hook up agents towards SSH and access the terminal on a Docker container or something else, and do some really interesting stuff. So yeah, I think that's enough about autonomous agents at the moment. Max, are you here with me?
Yes.
So I guess we lost our hostess, then Lesha. Yeah. Do we make a break or should I keep talking? I mean, I can keep talking, maybe if needed. So yeah, tools I really recommend, like LangChain is awesome. And a really cool thing is also that LangChain now have quite good support towards the JavaScript space. So you are not locked out only using Python. You can use JavaScript. So I'm unsure though how it looks with agent support there.
Yeah, is it fine now?
Yes, you are back with us.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, it was me frozen, yeah? I thought it's something with the stream. Okay, good.
No, it was you. But we covered for you here for a while.
Okay, thanks a lot for
But
discussing
I will leave it back to you again. Thank you, everyone, and good luck at the hackathon. And if you are in the Warsaw area, make sure to join at our office tomorrow. We have a big office here, and we will have people here, and I will be here, and other people, and to support and help you, and see what cool stuff you are building.
Thanks a lot, and it's really a huge plus for everybody that will be able to join us offline is that you will have a whole of our team and mentors available. So you will be basically able to join any of them and ask the questions you have. And Matthias Pavel also will be there tomorrow. So that's perfect, brilliant opportunity for everybody to join us there. Okay, guys, once we will be talking about the technology, let me move on to the platforms where we can recommend you to submit the demo. Because in the end of the hackathon, you should submit the ready demo of your projects, which means to showcase what you have built and give us the opportunity to go and play with it. So there is a two platform, which is Streamlit and Replit, that we can recommend for you to use for your demo. But honestly, you can use any platform you prefer and anything you decided is better for you. But just make sure to make it as much possible for us to try this stuff out as possible. And before we move back to the hackathon challenge, let me go through the chat and answering all the questions we have. The question I saw first, it was about only about the technology that allows to build. And the question was, is it only language models and agents? Basically, yes. It's large language models from OpenAI Cohere AI21. It's image generative model from Stability AI. You can use other as well. Also, you can use voice generation models as 11 Labs, and of course, it's agents that I mentioned on the slides below. So basically, you can use agents. It's obligatory to use, and you can combine with other large language models or another AI technologies as you prefer. And the more detailed list of the technologies you can find on our event platform, event page. Okay, what else questions we had? Can I use no code tool for this too? You can use Codex to help you write in code or other large language model, but I'm sure if it's still will combine with agent use, so yeah, you can do this. And the question about that 48 hours are not enough for this, that's basically not that much true, because we had a 24 hours hackathon. People managed to build their project. It's not that much about the time limit. It's more about your involvement there, and we are building over the weekend, so you will still have enough time to do this. But if there will be some problems, we have a lot of mentors that can help you, and we have the opportunity to form a team. So it will be way easier for you to build, not alone, but having a team of people that can help you with your project. Let me go back to some more questions. And there was the question regarding the ban in the chat. Yeah, on the previous hackathon, we had a lot of issues with people that were writing improper things in the chat and on Twitch, and some of them were banned. So if you were banned by us or our bots, it can be because of the messages you sent in the chats, especially in the general chat. So please make sure that you didn't do this. And if not, we can take a look on your specific case. And I guess you already wrote us on Instagram, and I saw there were some improper words used before, and you were banned by our bot. But any of these cases we can discuss in private messages after the stream. All right, I don't see any more questions. And if you will have some, feel free to write it down in the chat. Let me go back to the hackathon challenge. So the challenge for this hackathon will be to build your very own AI agent using open source model that we recommended you. In the end of the hackathon, you have to submit your project description, your video pitch, and the presentation. And what should be included there, we'll also mention a bit in the following slides. Also, you have to showcase as a project demo that I mentioned, the one that we can go and play with, and GitHub repo to check the code usage and how complex the solution actually was. If you don't want to make it public, you can also make it private and just give the access for people that will be checking the project. So for our judges, we can provide you with email list that needs to be given access to. Okay. The questions from the chat. How can we use GPT-4, ChatGPT in our projects if we have not GPT-4 key? Yeah, you have to create your own account on OpenAI. If you, for some reasons, especially regarding your location, you don't have an access to OpenAI products, you can use other models like Cohere or AI21 that are for sure available in your region. And if you would need any help with picking the model you have to use or helping with the key, please contact our mentors. And I see the question about how the project will be evaluated, and I will tell you about it in the following slides in the end of the stream today. Okay. I don't see any more questions in the chat, so we can move on to the platform and Discord guide. And for now, I will ask to people that are listening to the stream right now to write number 1 in the chat if you are like newbie and your first time using our platform or our Discord. Please write down the number 1 so I will know how many new people we'll have here today and is this information is really relevant. But I saw in the beginning of the stream that somebody was writing that their first time. Okay, we have a lot. Okay, we have people that already was in our hackathons. All right, a lot of people. Thank you for the activity. You can continue writing and I will guide you through our platform. So before starting the process of the hackathon, you will know how to act on our platform in Discord. Let's move on to the hackathon guide. So this is really brief 6-step guide of how to perform hackathon and be successful in it. So basically now we are on kickoff stream, which is 0, I would say, step. And here you will get all the necessary information and you will know how to contact people that can help you with this. After this stream, you will have the process of creation your team. So you can create or join your team to complete this hackathon. About each of the steps, I will tell in the following slides. After that, you can meet your team on Discord or in any messenger you prefer. Then you have to come up with 2, 3, or even 1 brilliant concepts of your project. And after you come up with your project, with your concept, your idea, you have to talk to mentors to get the final acceptance. Once you will get the acceptance or some advices or some tips how you can improve your idea, you can start building a prototype. And on the final step, in 48 hours, you will have an opportunity to submit your solution on our page, and then we'll start the evaluation process to pick the best solutions. Let me go through each step one by one. Once you just join the platform, so you're completely new to the hackathons, you have to, of course, fill out your profile. Why is it important? Sometimes we have hackathons where we are giving the unique access to some technologies, and we should give it only to trusted people that we had, for example, on Anthropic Hackathon, and the completion of the profile was the key factor of picking the people that will get an access. So please make sure to put your profile, your name, maybe photo, your links to portfolio. For developers, it can be GitHub. For designers, Behance, or any your portfolio you use. It can be LinkedIn if you are a more business person. You can put your own website so people just will know with whom they should collaborate during this hackathon. If I'm starting picking members for my team, I need to know who are these people, what experience they have. So please make sure to put as many information as possible so people will be sure that you're really good and you can drive their team to success. Let's move on to the creation of your team. Once you enroll to the hackathon, you have your dashboard. And on this dashboard, you have all the necessary information and I would say control panel for your hackathon to make it successful. And there you have a team creation button. If you decided that you have insane idea and you want to create your own team, please feel free to click this button and fill out the information about your idea, your name, maybe even picture, and say that you're looking for members and start your team on our platform. But if you want to join an existing team, there's also an option, and a bit below you have a list of all the teams that are taking part in this hackathon. And there you have teams with the red marks, which says looking for members. For these teams, you can freely join. Just feel free to go there and join an existing team. Once you click on the team, you have their team page. And on this team page, you see the button, join the team, the one that you see now on the slide. Click it and you're in the team. Let's move on to the next part, which is finding the team in communication channel. For our hackathons is Discord. If you have some struggles or you want to communicate in some another channel, or it's people that you know and you will be communicating with them directly, we strongly recommend to have your team channel in any way, just because it will ease the communication with mentors. It will be super fast, because then you can discuss your idea and make sure that it will be completely private and none of your competitors will see it, because it will be in closed team channel. So once you have more than 2 members in your team, you on your team page have a button, create Discord team channel. Click on this button and now you have your own Discord channel where you can communicate with your team members, tag mentors, and ask for help. Let's move on to the communication with mentors. As I already mentioned, you can easily communicate with mentors by tagging them in your team channel or in general channels of the hackathon. You have our lablab.ai desk server on Discord, and there all the mentors are ready to help you today and tomorrow and all the time during the hackathon, so feel free to tag them there. And also on your team page, you have a button calling for help. Once you press this button, our mentors get notification that this specific team needs a help, and we are ready to jump on and help you. But the only thing we really want to ask you is to make sure that if you're clicking this button, you have already your Discord team channel, because it will very much ease the communication. We will see that your team needs help, and we will have channels to jump on and don't need to contact specific people. So please make sure to fill out your team profile properly. And in case you have some problems with your team channel or you don't have enough members in your team, please use mentor tag on our Discord. And in addition, as a bonus, you have a lot of fun channels on our Discord, so just feel free to go through them. You have a looking for team channel for this hackathon, and you have general channel for this hackathon to communicate. You have a lot of channels dedicated for developers, our tutorials, articles, so a lot of stuff are there. make sure to go through them and have a lot of fun during this hackathon. And I'm super happy to announce that now we got Simon in this call. Simon is a co-founder at New Native and Lambda.ai, and he is the expert in investments, I would say, and in business development. Simon, we are super happy to welcome you here. And I just didn't announce the prizes yet, but I should spoil that it will be Slingshot participation. Could you please make a little intro of yourself and also mention the Slingshot program and how people can benefit from it, the one that participate in this hackathon?
Surely.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, happy to see that there's so many people showing up for this event. It's awesome. This building agents and hacking together new solution is really something that is, to me, is super exciting, and it's really an emerging field. Slingshot is something that we engineered a couple of months back, and it's really geared towards helping you take the next step from building a prototype to an MVP. And for the winners of today and tomorrow, we'll give you a golden ticket into that program and help you succeed at super pace. I'm one of the co-founders together with Pavel and Matthias, who has founded New Native and LabLab, and our mission is really to excel AI innovation across the globe. And we want you to make dazzling applications that will go out and really shape this industry into as an awesome of an industry as you can make, because we think that it will impact virtually every business in the world moving forward. So with that, I hope to see many cool submissions from this hack, and I'm really happy to have you here. And if there's anything we can do to help you, please reach out, and let's make the AI future really cool, okay?
Thanks so much, Simon, for introduction to the Slingshot program. And I'm super sure that people that are today on the stream, they will be future participants of the program and members of it. So I hope they will have great time there, because Slingshot basically allows you to launch your app in the market in 5 weeks, right? If I'm not mistaken. So most of the people are finishing it in 5 weeks. So just imagine you just finished the hackathon, in 5 weeks you can already be on the market, which is perfect opportunity for those who are participating in the hackathon right now. So guys, strongly recommend you. Okay, let me move on. I finished with that. Let me move on before we will move to the Discord for Beginners guide. I want to answer for all the questions that were asked her in the chat. There was the question, if I'm not remembering about, is this detail that I just mentioned written somewhere? Yes, I just shared with you the link for hackathon guidelines, and it will be shared with you right after the stream in the email and also in our Discord. There are like all the steps you need to accomplish to make this hackathon successfully. They are written there. From the start, how to find your team, till the end, like how to submit your project and pitch the idea. They are there, but also the stream will be recorded, so you can check it out after the stream. It will be available for some time for all the participants. Any more questions? Okay. There was some related to what I already told. Nothing specific, so we can move on. And now I'm happy to announce the GitHub for Beginners guide from Fabian Shattle, and he is the part of our development team, and now he is a part of our content team. So you will see him a lot on the streams, and you will see him also on our social media. We just had a great stream this week with him on tech updates, and you will see more and more of this. And so please stay tuned and just follow our Twitch channel to see more. And now for those who are non-tech people and who are completely new to the AI, you have a very short guide through the GitHub to successfully start the hackathon just now. So let's take a look at this 5-minute guide, and then we will move on to the more information about the hackathon.
Hello and welcome everyone. In this tutorial I will show you how to use GitHub for your hackathon project. So let's get started. First, head over to github.com and create a new account with the sign up button right here. I've already done this, so after you completed the sign up, you will come to this site. And this is basically the GitHub main page. And right here, to create a new repository, you can go to the top left to this plus icon right here and click new repository. Next, you need to select an owner, just select yourself in this case. Then you can give your repository a name. So for now, I will just go with Hackathon Test Project. You can give a small description to your project. You can decide whether you want your repository to be public, so visible to everyone, or private. Private means that it's just visible to you and collaborators you add. You can add a README file, so tell people what your repository actually is. You can add a git ignore file to ignore files that should not be uploaded to our version control. I will go over these a little bit later, so for now we will just click create a repository. And as a next step, I want to show you how you can actually add collaborators to your project, because most of the time you will be working in a small team. So you can just go over to the settings, then on the left side collaborators, and then down here just add people. Then you can enter a username, full name or email. For now I will just take someone from the lab development team. So I will click him and add him to the repository. We can see right here that the invite is pending, so he will receive an email and also a GitHub notification that he got invited to this repository. Okay, so next let's look at git ignore files. I've created here on the right side a small sample project with just one Python file and one env file. So this right here is an example for an API key that you don't want to be publicly available on GitHub in your repository. So let's exclude this env file from our version control. To do this, we will create a new file that's called gitignore. And in this gitignore file, we can just type in the name of the file we don't want to be uploaded to GitHub. So on this file, it's .env. And to actually confirm that this will not upload to GitHub, we will use the command git init to create a new Git repository locally on our machine. And right here we can see that these two files now got added to our repository, so it's just main.py and the gitignore file, but not our .env file. So let's upload this to GitHub. We can use these commands right here to actually upload it a little bit faster. So first we will add all our files and we will create our first commit, switch on the main branch, add the remote origin, and then push all files to our remote repository. Let's refresh our GitHub right here. And now you can see that we have both of these files right here, and our .env file is excluded from our Git repository. Okay, so next let's look at how to actually host your project so people can see it all around the world. So right here we have three different platforms. Vercel, this is great for all kinds of web applications, mostly JavaScript, but also Python. You can just click here, start deploying, connect your GitHub, and then after it's connected, you can just select your repository right here. And most of the time, it's actually a zero config deployment, so you can just hit deploy and everything will work out of the box. So that's great for JavaScript and Python web projects. Then next is Replit. On Replit, you can basically host any code in any language and you can run it in the browser. So it's super useful. And the last thing is Streamlit. Streamlit is great for Python applications. You have some really good components you can use to actually create a web application really fast and easy. I hope this small guide was very helpful for you. You can also find this in written form on our LabLab AI tutorial page. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching the tutorial. I hope for some of you it was really useful, and for those who are senior developers, I'm sure it weren't. But guys, you need to know that we have different people in the hackathon, and I'm sure that in your team it's useful for everybody to be aware how to use GitHub. Then let's move on to the next point of our agenda, which is evaluation criteria. So how basically after the submission of your project at the hackathon, you will be evaluated. For evaluation at the hackathon, we are having our mentors, founders, and people that are representing the creators of technology. So people from our partners, different technologies companies that will be helping us with evaluation. So right after the hackathon, they will be going through your submission and rate them on 4 categories, which is application of technology, how complex your project is, and how great you use the technology, which technologies you have combined, what's the structure of your product. Then we have presentation, which comes to the style of presentation and which topic you covered in your presentation, and also I would say the style of presenting. So was it easy for us to check it? Was there some sound problems? Maybe there was like a bad picture of something like that. So please make sure to make it just in a good quality, so it will be easier for us to check it. And also, if the presentation is too long, it also can impact on your score. After that, we are checking business value. So how ready to market is the solution? And how did you define the segment? What is the business value there? How you can start monetizing your product? That will be all in the business value. And then originality. How many competitors you have and how original the project is. And moving forward, I have some tips for you to be prepared based on our hackathon experience and experience in evaluating people's projects. Here's 3 really important tips, and they will be super useful for those who are starting hackathon today, because right after the stream, you will start the process of team formation. Our huge advice is to bring in one team together people with both technical and non-technical backgrounds. The thing is that if you have a really short period of time and you have a huge amount of tasks to do, it's great for you if you are a great developer to bring people that are more in business or marketing or sales or any other field they are working, so they can help you a lot with your business value and presentation, then can bring new ideas. Sometimes people can be a really good first users or people that have a need in some specific product. For example, on previous hackathon, we have really great use case that were one of the winners. There was a guy who are real estate agents for a lot of years, and he brought developers in one team to build a real estate solution, which was one of the best and winning projects. So that can be a really great case of combining different people in one team to create something really great. The second thing we want to mention here is choose the communication channel that convincing for all the participants. Sometimes people in the team can have a problem with Discord. Sometimes that can have, Discord restricted in some countries. Or some people can pick different channels that can overcomplicate the communication. Please make sure to discuss with the team what will be better for everyone and pick the one conversational channel that will be best for everybody. But still, we highly recommend you to have your Discord channel in our server in order to have a clear and consistent communication with mentors. And the last point we want to mention here is find out the working time of each team member and create a schedule, tasks, deadlines. Because here we unite people from different time zones. We have now on-site people in Warsaw. We may have people from US or Asia region. So there will be a lot of different people from different time zones. And sometimes when you are working, your team member can sleep. And please make sure to decide on each of you work schedule and adapt your tasks and deadlines in order to this schedule. Let's move on to the presentation. Basically, most of the things I already mentioned in the challenge section. So I already mentioned what you have to present and have to submit in your project submission. But also something that we want to mention here is there are 4 the most important points that you have to cover in every of these points of your presentation. Is the presentation video, project description, and all the things you will be presenting to us. Here is 4 things we want you to include in this submission page. So basically, first and the most important, you have to show us what you have built, which means a demo of the prototype. So we should be able to go through it and test it out as a users. After that, show us the process of building of the prototype. Show us which technologies you have used so we can check how complex was your solution. And after that, business plan. It will be great if you can just put few, I would say, hours on creating a business plan for you to have a plan where you can go with this app. And do you want to really go to market? Do you want to continue working on your project? And if you want, so you need to think about different moments like monetization, like where you will get a users, who will be your partners. All these moments needs to be covered in business plan in order for you to have clear understanding of what will happen with your project after the hackathon. And one more thing I want to mention is that your presentation shouldn't be longer than 5 minutes. Since we will have a lot of presentation to check, please make sure to be respectful, and it's basic the pitch timing that usually we put on every single presentation. So you should include the most of important information just in 5 minutes video. And now the most exciting part, which is prizes. The prize for this hackathon for the best solution will be, as we already spoiled, the spot in Slingshot Accelerator program. The team that will win this hackathon will be having already for them place in the Slingshot. So right after the hackathon, you can continue your journey and launch your project into the market in 5 weeks. In this program, we are supporting you with credits. A lot of our partners that we also have in the hackathon with us, they are supporting people with credits and with mentors for your project. So you basically will have access to the best people in the world helping you building and launching your project. So that's a really great, I would say, way to start your startup and to test out your idea. So please make sure to make it as good as possible, and you will have this winning spot in the Slingshot. Also, for the mentor's choice, for those who will be building with Baby AGI, you will have opportunity to talk, have like mentor session talk for 1 hour with Baby AGI creator. And also all the winning projects, all the finalists will be promoted over our social media, blog, and emails. We are happy to support great apps and people that are want to build with AI. So we will be more than happy to provide you exposure, promotion, and some attention from your potential users or partners. That's basically it. So if you need additional help, we have Discord channels to write to mentors and people from this hackathon. We have I Need Help channel for all other requests, and we have Tech Mentor in our Discord channel. Right after this stream, we are starting team formation process. So make sure to join our server and start looking for your team members or creating your own team. Have a great hacking, and I'm looking forward to see people from Warsaw or who join us for this hackathon in Warsaw locally to join us tomorrow from 10 a.m. in our office. All the information you will find on the event page and our Discord. So stay tuned, and looking forward to see you tomorrow at the hackathon.